皆さんこんにちは。毎日少しずつ社交に使える英語の上達を目指すソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストへようこそ。今日はぜひもっと自信を持って英会話してみましょう。 Are you ready, Parsi? Let's go!
Thank you, Hikari, for that awesome intro as usual. And you know what, everyone? I am really happy to be here today and get the chance to talk to you about social English today. Now, we have a topic today of the question, can't not. I can't not do something. Did you ever hear this phrase? Or have you ever used the phrase, I can't not? Well, that is the topic of today's episode on the Social English Podcast for Japanese learners. This podcast is for you, the Japanese listener who's learning English and may be struggling with it. If you haven't heard of us yet and this is your first time, welcome to the podcast, and I'm so glad that you're able to join us today. You will hear different levels of English in here in this podcast, but I will try to speak at a medium speed and sometimes a slow speed so you can understand. You can also visit our website, realsocialenglish.com, so that you can clearly see what was said in a written transcript. Today, as with any of my episodes here on the Social English podcast, I want you, the listener, to picture, imagine me and you at a coffee shop, and I am your friend, Percy, and we just met here for coffee and to talk about English so that I, an American English speaker, can help you improve your English every day. Okay, now let's talk about today's subject. I can't not. This is what's called in English a double negative. Here at Social English, we focus on conversational English, but also we focus on the social English part of conversational English. You may not study double negatives unless you go to a university and take further English classes. You might not even learn about double negatives then. So today, I want to introduce you to the double negative can't not. So first, I will use the double negative in a sample sentence. Then I will correct it with the correct conversational English version of what I just said. Okay, sound good? Let's start. I can't not watch that horror movie on Netflix. I can't not watch that horror movie on Netflix. Okay. Now, what was wrong is that the speaker was trying to say that they want to watch. They want to watch this horror movie on Netflix. Now, you may hear some speakers of English say, I can't not watch something, or I can't not do something. This is actually incorrect proper English, but you may hear it in television, in movies, or in conversations of English speaking people around you. In fact, it is very possible to hear North American young adult conversations where that expression, I can't not stop doing something, or I can't not do this or watch this, used quite often. It is a social expression that is usually used amongst these people in social situations. Also, you may hear it just as you are a student in an American university, or you may be visiting a friend or family that live in America, and you may hear it at a restaurant, or you may hear it while you're at a movie theater watching a movie, or other places that are public, like a park. This is social English. It is used in social situations. So, it is definitely incorrect English for the proper way of English expression, but once again, it is often used and has been normalized, meaning it is normally used amongst young adults to express their enthusiasm of something they really want to continue to do, or they want to do. So let's talk about one more time what that double negative means. I can't not stop watching Netflix. This is the sentence. One more time. I can't not stop watching Netflix. The double negative portion of that expression or of that sentence is I can't not. I can't not. This actually means in the social English and in the expression of the speaker that they must or they can't stop doing something. I can't not stop watching that horror movie on Netflix means that that speaker is continuously really wanting to watch that horror movie. They really enjoy it and they are expressing how much they really enjoy watching that show on Netflix, that movie. So that is the expression. I can't not. That is the expression that means that you really want to. Now, let me give you an equivalent sentence in English or an expression that means the same thing. I really can't stop watching this horror movie on Netflix. I really can't stop watching this horror movie on Netflix. This is a sentence or expression that means the exact same thing. Hopefully, you heard the difference. Okay, that is going to do it for today's episode of Social English for Japanese Learners. Please enjoy getting my free gift, the 7 mistakes that most Japanese English learners make and how to fix them. You can get that at our website, realsocialenglish.com, where you can also find transcripts and written versions of every single podcast that we have on the podcast. So every single podcast that you hear, you can see a written version and read it. Okay. Also, you can get other free tools and read our blogs that dig a little bit deeper into not only English and conversational English, but social English expressions. Okay. Once again, I'd like to ask you to subscribe and leave a comment or a rating. You can go ahead and rate this podcast, and if you like, give us a review if you like to or you found this information helpful today. So we're going to go ahead and close out today. We always will be giving you new episodes every other day and new content on our website. So can't wait to hear from you next time. Don't forget, we're on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and Google Podcasts, and your favorite podcasts out there. See you next time. Thanks for listening, and join me again for coffee and more social English. Bye-bye now.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイトrealsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.